Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I wanted to share with you some of my tips and must apply settings that you need to do on your Samsung phone if you just bought it recently or you used it but you did not know about these cool features and settings. If you're interested in this topic, please continue watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to get notifications about my new videos. Let's go. So first of all, my advice is going to be to delete applications that you don't use. So I suggest you to go through some of your applications, and you need to consider whether or not some of your applications, maybe you don't need them anymore, or maybe you you can think whether or not you might use them in the future or not, and based on this information, you can decide which application should be deleted. And by this, you will save some of your storage, maybe even a lot of your storage, your battery, and performance of your phone. Next is going to be some features that might be helpful for you. So we need to go into our status bar, then pressing on these three dots and go into status bar. Here you will see that we can enable show battery percentage, because I know that by default this setting might be turned off. And if you're interested in showing the exact number of percents of your battery, I suggest you to turn the setting on. Also, here you will find very useful setting, which is called notification history. You can also enable this one, and this pretty simple and small setting will save most of your recent notifications. And if someone, for example, deleted some of the messages that they've sent you, or you just lost some notification, closed it on purpose, not on purpose, you can always go here and check your recent notification history. Next is going to be setting up our panel. So as you can see on this panel, we have a lot of different buttons, but for the sake of simplicity and efficacy, we can always, for example, go here and check whether we use some of these buttons or not. So I suggest you, for example, pressing on this button plus and analyze. For example, maybe you will find here some features that you might use, for example, some focus mode or kids or whatever it is. Or if you understood or maybe got that you don't use some of these buttons, you can always press here, for example, and place it in here, if this will save a little bit space on your panel. Let's go to the next setting. We need to go into our settings, then we need to go into connections and more connection settings. Here you will see this setting, which is nearby device scanning. As you can see, we can press on it and read. Your phone will scan for devices nearby and let you connect to them in a pop-up or in the notification panel. Your phone will scan for devices even when Bluetooth is turned off. So I suggest you, if you don't use nearby device scanning or you don't use any kind of connection with nearby devices, I suggest you turning off the setting, because this will save a lot of your battery and even performance. Then we need to go into printing. By default, this setting will be turned on, but if you don't use any printers or you use them not very often, I also suggest you turning off this setting. And we're heading to our next settings. So now we need to go into developer options. If you don't know how we can get there, we just need to go into about phone section, software information, and several times you need to press on build number until you will see that developer mode has already been turned on. Then we need to go inside developer options, and here I'm going to show you several settings that go into improve your overall phone performance and even save a little bit of your battery. So now we need to swipe a little bit down until we will see this setting, which is called, now I'm going to show you. Okay, first setting is going to be Wi-Fi scan throttling. As you can see, this setting saves battery and improves network performance. So if this setting is turned off, I suggest you turning on this setting. Next is going to be mobile data always active. So as you can see, This setting enables always keeping mobile data active even when Wi-Fi is active for fast network switching. I suggest you to turn off this setting because this will consume a little bit extra of your battery and also performance of your phone. So we definitely need to turn the setting off. Next is going to be a little setting that will improve a little bit, I would say, speed of performance of your phone. So here, these three settings, which is window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. So basically, by default, every of these numbers will be animation scale 1, but I suggesting you to choose animation scale 5 because when you choose it, your phone will be much faster and you will notice it immediately. And let's go to our next setting, which is going to be in our main menu, and it's going to be in the location section. Then we need to go improve accuracy, and here you will see these two settings, which is Wi-Fi scanning and Bluetooth scanning. So here, as you can see, if these two settings enabled, that means they will work even when Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are off. So I suggest you to turn off these settings in order to save a lot of our battery. And also, I wanted to mention some, I would say, additional information about location. I suggest you to turn on this setting only when you use, for example, driving, or maybe you need some GPS, etc., etc. In other situations, I suggest you turning off this setting. This will save a lot of your battery. Yes, turn off. In next setting is going to be also improving our battery life. We need to go into advanced features, and here you will see this setting, which is called Bixby routines. If you don't use Bixby routines, I highly suggest you to turn the setting off because this is an additional service, additional program that will consume definitely a bit of your performance of your phone and a bit of your network speed and also a bit of your battery life. So we definitely need to turn the setting off if you don't use it. And the last setting here is going to be in our battery and device care. We need to go into battery. Then we need to go into power saving, and here you will see very useful settings that regards your power saving settings. As you can see, we can choose whether or not we want to enable one of these 4 settings. And when you need this setting, you can choose, for example, and here you will see very useful feature, which is power saving battery life, and this will calculate how many hours or days when you turn on the setting power saving, how much battery life you will be saving. And for example, limit apps and home screen, as you can see, 2 days and 22 hours, so almost 3 days. And you can always, as you can see, turn off or turn on some of these settings that actually will be more preferable for you, and you will decide for how long your battery will work when you use this feature. And I hope that this video was really helpful for you. If you enjoyed watching it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notifications about my new videos, and also share with your friends.